Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. Today I'd like to share with you how to crochet this lovely stitch known as the Alpine Stitch. Okay, so let's get started. To begin, if you could make 18 chains and then skip 4 chains and do a double crochet into the 5th chain from your hook. So don't count the loop on your hook. So skip 1, 2, 3, 4 and into the 5th chain do a double crochet, which is a yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and then repeat your double crochets all the way along, 1 double crochet in each chain until you get to the end. And this is how the little double crochets look. And you also have your turning chain here. Now it's a good idea when you're starting out to make a note of where your turning chain is. So you can see here, I've got a little Kirby grip which I'm going to use as a stitch marker. This is the top of your first, just take that out. That's the top of your very first double crochet, and these stitches here are your building chains, but you need to count up. So there you have 1, 2, 3, pop it in the 4th, the top one. Just prise that open. Oh, okay, just through there and there. And now when you come round to the other, you do the other row, you'll know that this is your last stitch. So carry on doing your double crochets all the way along, and I'll meet you at the end. Okay, so this is row 1 completed, and including this little building chain here, we should have a total of 15 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, and now we need to do 1 chain to turn, and then in the very first space do a single crochet, and then with your stitch marker, I'm using a little Kirby grip, mark that very first, the top of that little stitch there. Okay, now all the way across for this row, which is row 2, we just do a row of single crochets. In the UK, these are known as double crochets. Okay, so single crochet all the way across, and I will meet you at the end. So almost at the end, this is the building chain, and this is our first double crochet. So I've done a little single crochet in there, and now I need to do a single crochet into this last stitch here. So remove the stitch marker and just pop a little single crochet. This can be a little bit fiddly, just getting under 2 loops just here. There we go. That's always the most difficult stitch. And then a single crochet, chain 1, turn your work, you do this on every row and then single crochet. And then again, like we did at the other end, pop a Kirby grip or your stitch marker in the top of that very first stitch. Now this is the row where we're going to actually start our pattern, and we're going to be working not only into these single crochets here, we're going to be working alternately into these double crochets here. And we're going to start off with a double crochet in the first double crochet here and the row below. So we're not going to go directly into the single crochet here, we're going into the row below, and we're going to do what's known as a front post double crochet. So to do the front post double crochet, you yarn over, insert your hook from the right to the left under the post, so the actual post of your work lays on top of your hook, and then yarn over, pull through and relax the tension and elongate that loop, and then yarn over, pull through two, just like you would for an ordinary double crochet. Yarn over, pull through two, and by doing that you've made an elongated double crochet. Now we're not going to work into this double crochet now, we're going to work into the row of single crochets above. We're not going to work into this stitch here because this front post took the place of that stitch, and we're just going to do a regular double crochet into that next stitch. And now we're going to do a front post double crochet again into the row below, but we're going to skip this one here and into the next one do our front post double crochet. And again, you need to elongate, relax that tension, and then yarn over and pull through again. And there you've created another front post elongated double crochet. Into the next stitch, a regular double crochet. So this is really a row of double crochets, but you're working it over two rows and you're using front post double crochets. And what we do when we elongate our stitch, it brings it up to the right height for the row we're working on. If you weren't to do that, your work would curl. Okay, so now you can see you've got an elongated front post, another one and another one. At the back you've got double crochets into the single crochets. So now we've just done a front post elongated, so we need to do a regular double crochet in the next stitch, the next single crochet row. And now we're going to do skip a double crochet there and into this one, a front post, elongate it, relax the tension, yarn over, pull through two, yarn over, pull through two, and in the next single crochet row, a regular double crochet. And then back now to the double crochet row, skip one and do a front post, elongate it. There we go. Again, in the single crochet row, a regular double crochet, and now back down here, skip one of the double crochets and a front post in the next one. And again, a regular double crochet, and then your elongated front post. And now we need to do that one's for there, and then this was our last stitch. So for the last stitch here, you do a regular, sorry, not a regular double crochet, it's a single crochet. So at each end of your work, you always use single crochets. It gives a neater finish. Okay, now you do another chain one, turn your work, and again, just a single crochet into that first space. Remove your stitch marker, reinsert it in the top of the stitch that you've just made. You don't have to do this, I just find it's quite useful if you're new to this stitch. And then do a row of single crochets. So every other row it's a single crochet row, and in between you have your double crochet rows, which consists of front posts and regular double crochets. And the difference with the next row of front post double crochets is we need to switch them up a little bit, the order that they go in, to create that effect of it's not so uniform. Right, so this is our last single crochet here, a single crochet, chain one, turn your work, single crochet again, and I like to replace the stitch marker. Okay, so what we have here is our front posts just here and here, and we've just worked into this stitch. So this stitch we need to do a regular double crochet over this front post to create that alternate staggered effect. So just a regular double crochet in there, and then you're going to do a front post double crochet in the double crochet below that row of singles here. So if you just have a little look between these two, you'll see it sitting there. Aim for the base of it, look for the two little legs and that little diagonal bar. Don't go into just here and here, it must be there. So insert your hook just like you did before. So the post is at the front. Yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through two, yarn over, pull through two. Again, easing up on the tension. And the next stitch, you've guessed it, it's a double crochet. And that little double crochet, it's almost sitting on top of this below here. So now you can see you've got your front posts here. So this little one nestling there, you do a front post double crochet round it. And then a regular double crochet. And again, between these two, find your double crochet and do a front post elongated double crochet. And then a regular double crochet, and this is it until you get to the end. It's just knowing exactly where and making sure that you elongate when you've gone down into the row below. So it's a row of double crochets and a row of single crochets throughout for this pattern. Just some of the double crochets are elongated, and they're worked over 2 rows. And then front post, double crochet. Now here we need to do a regular double crochet, and we're near the end now, so that's our last stitch. So into there do a single crochet and then a chain, one chain, turn and single crochet again, and remove your stitch marker and pop it in the top of that stitch. And now you single crochet all the way across. You're on your single crochet row here. Okay, so just make sure you go under the top two, the loops at the top of your stitch, all the way across. And I'll meet you when you get to the other end. So we've got to the end of the row of single crochets. This is our last stitch. Single crochet, one chain, turn, and then we'd be ready then to go again with our front post double crochets. So really that is all there is to this pattern. So you're repeating, it would be rows 2, 3, 4 and 5, and the next row would be repeating here. This row 2 would be repeated here, and then you'd end up with the little effect of alternate textures. And I'm not quite, with it being called the Alpine Stitch, and I'm assuming they're meant to represent little mountain peaks. If I'm wrong, please do let me know in the comments box, but whichever way you look at this, it's a lovely effect to it. And I hope you've enjoyed watching, and any questions, I'd be very happy to help out if I can. So thanks again for watching, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video. Take care and bye for now.